From the FTC's case against Microsoft and Activision did shed some light on some closely held data around Microsoft's cloud business, and that is the focus of today's Tech Check with Deirdre Bosa. Morning, Dee.
Yeah, so as part of that regulatory scrutiny, we learned some things about its cloud business, like how big is it really? And it turns out that it is less than half that of Amazon's AWS and smaller than many analysts had estimated. Documents filed by antitrust regulators in a U.S. court this week showed that Azure generated $34 billion in revenue in the 12 months that ended June 2022. During that same period, AWS saw $72 billion in revenue. And here is why that matters, Carl and Sarah. We knew that Microsoft was the number 2 cloud player, but Wall Street didn't think that it was really this far behind. And this revelation in a document that was later removed from the court website gives investors the closest apples-to-apples comparison to date and could influence investor perception. Meanwhile, cloud growth at all the hyperscalers remains a question going into the second half of the year. The AI boom has been overshadowed by a slowdown, but will that be harder to come by over the next 6 months? When I spoke to Amazon Cloud Chief Adam Selipsky last week about their new AI program, I also asked if he thought slowing cloud growth had bottomed. Have a listen.
I think a lot of customers are largely through their cost optimization, but there are a lot of other customers who are still right in the middle of it. So it's hard to predict exactly when that particular trend will be over, but we're still in the middle of it.
The potential benefit of Microsoft's cloud business being smaller than the street thought is that it could help its case to acquire Activision Blizzard. But guys, this was a fascinating document. I highly recommend going through it. You had memos from Satya Nadella to the board of directors. There was tidbits about how they're thinking about their advertising business, the PC landscape. But this cloud stuff was really interesting as well. And the takeaway, maybe not as big as some had expected. Back to you.